I'm going to show you the easiest possible way to develop complete full-stack cross-platform mobile application without writing a single line of code and with fully functional backend, all of that using one single tool. Now, this is not a simple to-do list app. It's a really complex trade services application with tens of different modules. So before I tell you how I developed this complete full-stack mobile application for Android and iOS, first let me just show you all of the features that I built in this application. So you can see we have a fully functional authentication system. This is the sign up screen and this is the login screen. Let me just log in using my email address. I have already created an account in here. So let me just enter my password. I'll just simply log in. And now here you can see the main interface of this application. So you can see on home screen, there are these different nearby services. So all of these different services are actually being retrieved from backend. So this is not just like a simple front-end design. All of these services are stored on backend and being retrieved from a backend. And here you can find all of different offerings and all of different requests. So someone is offering services or someone is requesting for services. All of this you can find in this explore services section. Now if I just click on any of these services, let me just click on this. Now let me just make an offer, and I'm going to make an offer for 35 credits. So based on this description, there is an auto generated message that was generated automatically based on this description. Once it is sent, it actually shows a pop-up, but it is not showing here in this browser. It actually shows that on a mobile screen. So now I can simply just move to my messages section, and here you can see this is Mike Chen, and you can see I just sent him this message. I sent him another message for test, which you can see this message was sent as 12:02, and right now another message that I just sent at 12:45. You can see this is the same time that right now it's 12:46 right now. So 12:45, just this new message that I just sent right now. There is this create a post section as well, and you can see we can post our own service as well. Let me just like enter a random title, random description, and number of credits. I'll just like enter random number of credits, and now I can just like skill category graphic design, maybe create post. Let me just create that post, and now if we just go to our home section, let me just refresh that. So I can simply just click on this refresh button. Now it is being refreshed, and I need to log in again because we are actually running this application in a browser, so that's why it is not storing any of our sessions. So I'll simply just log in once again, click on sign in, and now you can see our service that we just posted has been listed here inside this nearby services. Here is another service that I just like posted earlier. So this service with this random title, random description, our skill category, and the total number of credits which are required for this service. Now as I told you earlier that this application has a fully functional backend. So now let me just show you the back end of this application. So if I just click on this database button from here, and now you can see inside this database I can find all of these different tables in here. If I just like go to this services post, and in here you can find all of different service posts listed in here which are posted. So you can see this last one is the one that we just posted. So this is the title, this is the description, this is the total credits amount, this is the status and location as well, and also what time it was created. So all of that data is stored inside this database. Now the app is fantastic. It's fully functional. It has a fully functional backend, but you might be thinking that okay, there are plenty of these AI tools out there that can actually generate mobile applications, and most of these tools just take like hours and hours to build a basic simple mobile application. But what if I tell you that I just built this complete application from idea to like running it on my Android phone and on my iPhone in literally less than 4 to 5 minutes. Yes, from giving it a simple prompt to running it on my mobile phone, it took less than 5 minutes. And I built this application just using Bolt. Now, if you are a regular viewer of this YouTube channel, you know that I always make like very detailed tutorials about how to develop mobile applications using something like Expo and something like Flutter, in Cursor AI, in Windsurf AI, or in something like Augment Code. And in fact, most watched videos on my YouTube channel are related to mobile application development. And you can see in all of those tutorials, I'm using native AI code editors like Cursor, Windsurf, Client, Code, Code, and Augment Code, something like that. But there was no reliable web-based AI tool out there to build mobile applications. So just recently Bolt released version 2, and this version 2 by Bolt is far more better and superior than the previous version of Bolt, because this version has a much better agentic capabilities to develop not only mobile applications but web applications as well. And also this version allows you to develop complete backend, the complete database of your application directly inside Bolt. Unlike the other tools and previous versions, you are not required to connect any third-party services like Supabase to build backend for your application. All of that is now managed directly inside Bolt. So I just want you to put Bolt version 2 on a test and see if it can actually perform as it is being advertised. And I did not want to build a basic web application. I wanted to develop a mobile application on this browser-based tool. And to my shock, it just performed really well. So here you can see I just gave it this simple prompt, which was, I want to develop a mobile application where people trade skills and services within their immediate neighborhood, 2 to 5 miles radius, using a credit-based system. Think like help your neighbor, earn credits, and get help back. That was the app idea. And by the way, I generated this app idea inside Claude. So I asked Claude, I want to develop $1 million mobile application. Please give the idea. That was like my basic prompt that I asked Claude, that I want to develop like $1 million mobile application. I think that's the idea that most of you usually have, that I want to develop the next $1 million mobile application. So then it gave this idea, and then it shared this other content as well. But I was just interested in this first portion, which was a mobile app where people trade skills and services within their immediate neighborhood. The exact same prompt that I just copied from here, and then I just like went back to Bolt, pasted that prompt in here, and that's it. What Bolt did after that, it just like built this plan, and after that it started executing that plan and then developed this entire mobile application. Here is the complete source code. You can see this application was developed in React Native Expo. If you don't know about React Native Expo, Expo is basically a framework of React Native, and React Native is actually basically a framework of JavaScript. So Expo makes it super easy and simple to develop mobile applications. So that's what Expo is. If you want to learn more about Expo, you can just like go to expo.dev and you can explore more about Expo in here. But using Expo, you can develop cross-platform applications for both Android and iOS. So in literally just a few minutes, it had the first version fully ready, and then I tested that version and it was fully functional. And after that, I just like gave it this prompt, which is on the home screen, explore services, please add some demo services to make it look good, because I want to like show you all of that services. So then it created those services, but not just like created those services, it actually added those services in the database as well. So all of those services that you see on the home screen and on the explore scene, you can see all of those services are actually being retrieved from this database. So it was actually added in database, and now it is being retrieved in database. It is just not like a front end, it has a like proper backend as well. So all of that data is in these tables. It's just not like a front end demo data. It is a proper data which is added into these tables for testing. So once I gave it this prompt, you can see now it just executed these different SQL queries and added all of that data in backend, and then previewed that data on the front end. And after that, you can see the next prompt that I gave. User should be able to click on the nearby services and send a message or send a quote or offer or something, and it should show in the message section. That was just like my basic prompt in here. And then based on that prompt, it then again created this plan and then executed each of these tasks in this plan. And you can see if I just click on any of these tasks, you can see what exactly was changed in this particular task. You can see every single component and every single code file that it actually edited to complete this particular task. Then my next prompt for it was, now please enhance the design of the login screen. That was like just my simple prompt. And then just like it again created a plan, executed that plan, and then created a new login screen. And after that, I like the design of the sign in and sign up screen. Now let's enhance the design of all of the rest of the screens of our app, or to match it with the login and sign up screens. And then after that, it just like enhanced the complete design of our entire application. One thing that you might have noticed here, in all of these different prompts, there was not even a single error that I faced. There was no compilation error. Everything was executed smoothly, and it developed this complete application absolutely like in just like literally few minutes. And all of that with a fully functional backend with all of these different tables to store data and everything that is required to build a complete full stack application. Now this is the beauty of this new version of Bolt. Without interacting with any third-party services or third-party applications, I was able to build my application within just like few minutes just using Bolt. So this new version of Bolt has everything that you ever need to build a complete full stack application just by using Bolt. Here you can see there is this domains and hosting section. If you're developing like web application, you can use this and like assign your own custom domain and then host your application directly here on the Bolt. And also there is analytics tab. It tracks your daily analytics and daily stats. Then there is database section that has all of your tables and everything. There are different sign-in methods as well. Currently you can see there is this email only sign-in method. You can also choose this method, which is confirm email, so user can just like enter their simple email, and then it will just send like a confirmation email, and then you can just like click on that confirmation email, and then you can just like sign up. There are these server function as well. There is this secret keys section as well. So let's suppose if you're integrating any third-party services, maybe you want to like integrate AI into your project and you want to like use OpenAI API key, so you can just like add that OpenAI API key directly in here as an environment variable. Or maybe you want to use any of those like image generation models, so you can use maybe something like fall.ai, so you can just like provide fall.ai API key directly in here. Then we got this user management, so you can manage all of your users of your application in here. Right now you can see I have only got one user, which is myself. That's why it is showing just my email, and you can see it is authenticated, and when it was last signed in, when it was created, all of this data is provided in here. We have also got the built-in file storage as well, which is super helpful when you're developing any sort of application. There is this cloud service as well. So this new version of Bolt is really impressive. I mean, it performed so well against my expectations. So I think if you have any sort of ideas, we can develop using this new version of Bolt. It can handle everything under one roof. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any further questions, just leave your comments in the comment section. I see you next video. Bye bye.